What up, YouTube family? In this video, I'm going to share with you 3 reasons why I believe 20-year-old are broke. So whether you're 20 or 29, but typically in those 20s, people don't really have any money in the bank. And I'll share with you 3 reasons why that is. And I think most people, right, don't get mature until they're in their mid 30s. All right. Lon and I, dude, since the age of 19, dude, we're already locked in on our goals, on our dreams. We didn't party, none of that. And I'm going to share with you all of those, okay? But before we get to that, there might be a 4th or 5th reason, but I'm just going to share with you 3 reasons why I believe most 20-year-old got no money in the bank, walking around like a broke-ass clown, all right? Now, before I get into that, I have to talk about this, okay? So, for those of you who don't know, I have over 500 5-star review on my book, but this guy came in and gave me a 1-star review. Okay, and I'm going to read the comment that he put, the review. He said, I was expecting a book. Excited after my last purchase and read on wholesaling, I was expecting a book. And he said, this is effing 20 pages manual. And that's being generous. He said, don't waste your money. Come on, man. Shit, bro. Listen, I'm not here to write a novel. And I think too many people, right? They want to write a long book. So they put too much BS, all right, too much crap inside the book that doesn't need to be in there. Now, I don't know about you, but first off, I've got to say this, that I respect every single one of your guys' opinion, whether it's good or bad. Every single one of us has an opinion, and I respect them all, okay? But here's something I want to point out is for those of you, listen, if I receive a bed, a couch, a TV, whatever that is that I'm trying to put together, I don't want a book. You know what I want? I want a manual. I want something that is direct, straight to the point. And that's kind of how I am. I'm just a short, sweet, straight to the point guy. And wholesaling is simple. I don't think it needs to be 300 pages long. I don't think it needs to be 200 pages long. All right? You guys don't need to know what I eat every day. You guys don't need to know that I go to the gym. You don't need to know that I'm sitting there and I manifest. You don't need to know that. Okay? So I just give it all, dude, maybe that's on a separate book. But when it comes to wholesaling, dude, I want to keep it short, straight, to the point, and showing you exactly what you need to do. I want the step-by-step guide. So for me, I'd rather get a manual instead of a book. Okay? Now, it's not 26 pages long, but it's 40-something pages long, and I literally gave you everything you need. Okay? So for those of you, you haven't grabbed a copy, you don't need to buy it. Okay? You don't need to buy it. If you have Kindle, you can download it for free. Now, if you don't know where to get it, just go to WTMbook.com. There you go. Now, I'm going to go above and beyond. For those of you who grabbed the book, all right, and you read it, feel free to comment and believe, and let me know your honest opinion on it. But, dude, we got over 500 5-star on it where people are like, damn, I like this, short, sweet, straight to the point, gave me everything I need, got me all the actionable stuff, gave me all the tools that I needed to go out there and just crush it. And there are many people that actually got the book and closed their first deal. Okay, so I don't know what this cat is talking about. Sound like a little beach to me. But anyways, once again, if you can drop me a review on Amazon, it would truly mean the world to me. Now, for every single one of you who grabbed the book, just go to WTMbook.com. I'm going to give you some free tools to help you become a better investor, wholesaler in general. One, I'm going to give you the ARV calculator. All right. My team spent countless of hours, all right, to get these tools done and completed. And I'm going to give it to you for free with the purchase of the book and drop me a review. The ARV calculator, all right, show you exactly how to basically you just punch a number and it then bam, it spits out and it show you exactly what the property's worth. And I'm also going to give you the ARV or the rehab calculator. For those of you who have trouble figuring out what the property costs to renovate, I'll give it to you for free as well. Okay. Now let's get into the main topic on this YouTube here. Is, number one, I believe that most 20-year-old, all right, that they're broke is because they care more about looking rich versus getting rich, all right? So many of you are out spending their money, all right, and buying stupid shit, all right, spending your money on things that you cannot afford. So you're more focused on showing off instead of paying off. And I think when you're in your 20s, You just too afraid of other people, how they look at you and judge you by your clothes, by your cars, right? By your house. And you're out there trying to flex and trying to buy the nicest things, right? To wear, to drive, or to live in. But you don't understand that most self-made millionaires, when they're in their 20s, dude, they live extremely frugal. Most self-made millionaires that I know that became a millionaire in their 30s, when they're in their 20s, they made a sacrifices. They live extremely frugal. They're not living in a nicest apartment. They're not out there trying to buy the most expensive house. They're not out there wearing designer clothes. All right. They're not out there driving a BMW or Mercedes that costs 50 G's. Typically, it's an older car. And they live below their means so they can save and stack away as much money as they can to invest into themselves. Okay? Now, here's number 2, man. Number 2 is that they spend too much of their free time partying, clubbing, chasing girls, doing stupid shit. And I believe that most people, and I'm not saying all, but I think that most people that go to college end up getting into drugs, alcohol, all of that. They just use the excuse of going to college to enjoy the college life, right? Majority of them, I would say that probably 90%, 95% don't go to college because for the reason they go there to be something. But they take that time, they just killing it by, going out, partying, clubbing, drinking for hangout, and just surround themselves with the wrong type of people. All right. So their priority it's just not, their priority's off. So if you want to get ahead, I tell people, if you want to get ahead in life, you got to start early. If you want to get ahead in life, you got to start early. The younger you can start, the better it is. All right. Number 3 is I believe that too many 20-year-old depend all their success on a college degree. So they're out spending, so they're out wasting 4 to 8 years of their life trying to get this college degree that they believe that's going to help them become successful. But honestly, most people that got their 4 to 8 years college degree did you know that they don't even use their college degree? Their college degree has nothing to do with them becoming successful, becoming a millionaire. But most of them will say, well, Khang, my college is paid for either tuition or by their parents, right? So they're like, hey, I didn't have to pay for it. But you don't know this, my friend. You do have to pay for it. You know what you pay? You pay time. Dude, you pay 4 to 8 years of your life going to college, getting a degree that I know some of you don't even want. One, I've heard so many of the 20-year-olds say that I do it because my parents want me to. Okay? I mean, comment in the chat, let me know that you went to college, you got a degree. Do you really use it? Did it really help you? I would say 95% of the things that they teach you in college or in school in general, it doesn't even apply to the real world. So majority of you think, oh, it's free. Dude, that is not free, bro. College took up 4 to 8 years of your life. You think that's free? That's not free. Because within that 4 to 8 years, bro, okay, you can spend that same amount of time and already becoming a millionaire. So instead of going to 4 to 8 years degree college just to make $100,000 a year, if you take the same amount of time, put into your self-education, learn a bit, find a business you want to get into, all right? Start building up your skill set. Instead of making $100,000 a year, you can probably be making $1 million a year. And that is facts. Okay? So that's kind of like my personal opinion about college. And I know now I'm not against college. And I know some of you will be like, well, Khang, what if I want to be a doctor, a lawyer, an engineer? Dude, if you want to be somebody, right, that needs that college degree, that needs a piece of paper, then you got to do what you got to do, man. Right? But the thing is, most college kid, all right, most 20-year-old, they will even if they got a J.O. to B, they make their money and they're out spending their money, pimping out their cars. Dude, I seen you, man. They're pimping out their car. They're trying to turn their Honda, I don't know, man, into a Ferrari. It ain't gonna happen, bro. I don't care how much you pimp that Honda out, bro. I don't care how much horsepower you put on that thing, dude. It will never become a Ferrari. So a lot of you, dude, you're putting your priority is all wrong. Should have take all the money that you had, bro, instead of just trying to pimp out your Honda. Your goal should be like, hey, dude, I want to own a Lambo one day. I own a Ferrari one day. Take all that cash, dude, and you need to invest, dude. Invest. Majority of you out there, dude, all you do is this, dude. Spend. That's all you do. That's all you know how to do, man, is spend. Okay, so the things you need to learn is first is how do you earn it? How do I make that money? Next, dude, is how do you keep? Because it's not how much you make, it's how much you can keep. The next thing you want to do is how do I, like Uncle G said, how do I 10x? How do I multiply it? Double it, triple it, quadruple, whatever you want. And then next, dude, is finally is how do I invest to obviously build wealth? Okay? So first, dude, you got to learn how to make that money. Next, dude, keep some of them. Okay? Dude, I tell people all the time, if you can't even keep 20% of what you make, my friend, you will always be stuck in the rat race. You will never escape the rat race. It doesn't matter how much money you make. Because I see, just like NFL player, all the superstar making millions of dollars. But once their career is over, guess what? They're broke. Because they're out there, man, living the life that they can't keep up, man. Like, if you make $1 million, right, and you're out spending all the $1 million, you ain't going to have anything left. So, dude, some of you, dude, you don't have the you're not financially literate. You're just not good with your money. You got to be smarter. Okay? So if you can't save at least 20%, dude, I don't know, man. It's going to be tough. So you need to learn how to start squeezing, having a little juice, having a little leftover. And then you're going to take it, dude, keep it, and then learn how to, hey, now, how do I multiply it? And the only way to multiply that, bro, is you got to build a business. You got to take that money, dude, and you got to invest into a business that you want to start. Okay? And then after that, that's when now, once you got enough active income coming in, right, making $20, $30, $50, $100,000 a month, then the next step is invest it. So how do I invest it? The most tangible, secure, safest is real estate. That's it. So I keep my very simple, man. Take the money from the active income, and then I just go and start buying up real estate. So currently right now, so I use all my wholesaling money. I use all the money from my, personal branding, anything that I make, I will keep some, all right? You don't want to go and invest everything you got, okay, in buying real estate. You always make sure you want to have cash reserve. Because when the market tank, dude, when things get tough, when things get rough, cash will always be king. Cash is always king. So you always want to make sure you have some cash sitting in the bank. You want to stay liquid. You want to have liquid cash. Okay? But then you got to take some of it, and then you got to invest, and you got to start buying real estate. Okay? And then on this video, I got about 2 minutes left. Shit. I also want to talk about diversification. A lot of you diversify too soon. Like, you're not ready to diversify. You should focus on going all in on your business, dude. Take all the money you got and build this thing into a monster. Before you think about diversifying. A lot of you, you're taking your baby money and you're trying to diversify too soon. And that is what holding you back from growing, from getting to that $1 million a year or $2 million a year status. It's because you diversify. You put a little bit into crypto. Oh my God, I can't even spell crypto now. Crypto, stocks, real estates, and then whatever else that you're doing. You're diversifying too soon. So I like to say is first you got to build up your cash cow. First, you got to build up your cash cow. Once you have the cash cow, then you go and then you buy your cash flow. But until you have the cash cow, don't think about buying cash flow because you're just not ready for it. Make sense? All right, I'm going to take a few questions and then we're going to end this live. So let me see here. What question you guys got, man? Solomon said, just bought the paperback version of your book. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Once again, once you got it, you read it, please, if you can come back to Amazon and drop me an honest review on it, I would greatly appreciate you so much. It means the world. So thank you. What other? Rada said, employer wants work experience and certification now. College is not needed. I agree. So, when we hire people, dude, it's all I want to know is, dude, same thing, right? Experience, your skills, qualification. I don't care about a piece of paper. That piece of paper doesn't tell me anything. It tells me that, okay, you went to college, you learn about this subject, you had no experience. Okay? So I don't hire based on, when Lon and I hire our VA, we don't hire on piece of paper. We get on, we hire you for a certain position, and then we're going to challenge them, right? We're going to test them out on that certain skill, see how good they are. My brother, he graduated from community college, and I asked him, but he needs that degree, right, to go and start working for a big auto mechanic shop, right? So I asked him, I say, so how many of so what percentage do you actually take away from school and actually apply to the real world? He said maybe 5%. He said majority of his skills he learned is actually working at the company. And you don't start out as like top pay. You start out at the bottom, and then you increase once you get better, you increase your skill set, it gets better, then they pay you more. I mean, it makes sense. Lewis said, when door knocking, do you set up contract on the spot or do it at home and email to them? So Lewis, when you go door knocking, dude, driving for $1, dude, when you're out and about, bro, you always have a contract on you at all time, bro. Because you got to understand, dude, it's either now or it's never. You leave, dude, another investor could have come back in that got the contract. I've heard story like this happens all the time. They're like, oh, I didn't have my contract. We're agreeing this. Hey, what? I'm going to go home. I'm going to get my computer. I'll send it to you. Well, when you send it to them, the seller will be like, hey, you know what? I kind of thought about it. I don't know anymore. And then boom, you lost on the opportunity. Dude, so there's a saying, you got to strike when the iron is hot. You got to strike it when it's hot, man. So when you're there with them, they're good. They're ready to go. Best thing to do is have a contract, have them sign right there on the spot, man. All right, guys, I appreciate each and every single one of you. Anyways, I know that this is not the typical video that I usually do, but I do hope that it will add some value to you and give you kind of a clear path of what you need to do to be in a better positions, whether you're in your 20s, your 30s, or your 40s, making sure that you get your priorities straight. And the priority is to become financially free. Your priority is to get that money right, okay, and become financially free. That should be your goal. And a lot of you, dude, yesterday was the 4th of July. Some of you are out there already doing stupid shit. You already behind the 8 ball. Some of you are still sleeping in right now. Some of you are having that hangover. And that hangover is going to last, it's going to carry into Friday. You going to party on Saturday and Sunday. Dude, you already behind the game. People are already out there hustling because they got their priorities straight. And you're there complaining why you couldn't get ahead in life. Just look at all the choices that you have made throughout your whole entire year. You'll understand why you are where you are. And if you want to have a better life, you want to make more money and be in a better financial situation next year on the 4th, then you need to start making some changes. All right? Because, dude, if you continue to do the same thing, you get the same results. So the only way to get a different result is start making some changes today. Not tomorrow, but today. I appreciate each and every single one of you on the live. Until next time, take care. Let's go get this money. I'm out.